to the Worldshapers, conversations with science fiction and fantasy authors about the creative process, hosted by Edward Willett. This episode's guest, Robert J. Sawyer. Well, welcome to the very first episode of a brand new podcast, The Worldshapers, conversations with science fiction and fantasy authors about the creative process. I'm your host, Edward Willett, and I should probably start by introducing me. I am an award-winning author of more than 60 books of science fiction, fantasy, and nonfiction for all ages. I'm published by a variety of publishers. My biggest publisher, though, is Daw Books in New York, which is one of the major science fiction and fantasy publishers, of course. And as it happens, my upcoming book is called Worldshaper. It's they're calling it a portal fantasy. It actually has a science fiction backstory. But it's a story about a woman who thinks she's living in the only world there is and discovers that, in fact, she's living in a world that she shaped, although she doesn't remember doing it. And someone is now trying to take over her world and, in fact, to destroy all of these shaped worlds, because it turns out there are a great many of them. And the only way to prevent that is for her to travel from world to world and to carry the knowledge of each of those worlds with her to the overseer of the entire labyrinth of worlds. That's Worldshaper, and one of the reasons that the story appealed to me or came to me was because I am a writer, and I'm always fascinated by the creative process, the process of shaping the worlds that stories take place in. And I chose Worldshaper, not world building, because it seems to me that